Good morning, everyone. It's your host, T from Woke Pop Culture. How are y'all doing this morning? Today is Saturday, February 21st, 2026, and it is 8:06 in the morning, Central Standard Time. What time are you hearing this? Okay? And tell me how you found this episode. Did you get a notification from YouTube? Did you find it through TikTok? Did you find it through the website? Did you find it through Instagram? Let me know how you got here. And again, let me know what city you're at. What time is it where you are? Let's talk. So I got a couple things I want to talk about today. I want to talk about divine channeled messages. I want to go back into Mardi Gras, and I will get into some pop culture towards the end, but we won't stay on, again, anything boring too long. I don't think anything today is boring, but if you want pop culture topics, it'll be a 50-50 episode. So 50-50 woke shit, 50-50 pop culture shit, right? It's woke pop culture. So we're going to have a little bit of both. I'm going to start off with the wisdom. Let's be grown first. So, the new moon or eclipse on the 17th, guys, were you tired that day? I have noticed that when new moons happen, a lot of times I will be really sleepy. Do you notice that pattern? Or do you notice a pattern with full moons and new moons, or just anything? Do you notice patterns with eclipses, anything like that? I can't say just again anything but the moon cycle, because I know that when it's a full moon, the energy, can be a bit high, and when it comes to new moons, I can just be really sleepy. So maybe high energy, low energy. Let me know if you guys notice this trend or this pattern. I also want to get into divesting. And not divesting financially, divesting energetically, right? Lately, I told you guys, God has been talking to me about just protection and how to handle certain energy, from certain people in life. You definitely have to learn how to handle different energies. You cannot control the type of energy that you come into. You can only control how you react. People can do anything at any moment, but your reaction is everything. So when it comes to divesting energetically, I am divesting from certain content, from certain creators' content. I am divesting from astrology. I will be pulling back a lot of my energy from Hollywood. Again, there are still some films, I guess, that I could maybe break down or decode or something like that. But ultimately, I really don't want to entertain, too much more of what Hollywood got going on, because I'm just over it. I mean, I feel like I really haven't entertained them like that in years, to be honest with you. I really don't go to the movies like that. I listen to all type of music, but, and I go to concerts, but sometimes the concerts, that I've been to, I'm just even here, I can't even come out and support y'all because it'd be so demonic, when I try to go out and have a good time. And there's other ways to go out and have a good time. Again, you guys know I've been on my health and wellness tip. So I'm really into yoga, spas, retreats, luxurious travel, restaurants, again, reading, art, all of that, clothes, fashion. I'm really into the arts. I don't need to be getting down with, the shit that Hollywood got going on. I like the ballet, stuff like that too. The shit that Hollywood got going on, that's that bootleg government program shit. And I'm just really over it. So I encourage you guys to again, go to plays. I'm a really big fan of plays. Go to local plays. Please support local talent. There are local actors and actresses and local singers in your community who are extremely talented. They're local dancers, again, of all types. I remember I went to go see a play at UT, University of Texas, right? And it was a really amazing time. And the play was by the dude who wrote Moonlight. He has other work. And this was Marcus or the Secret of Sweet or something like that. I think that was the name. And that was his play. And they had, of course, black actors from UT in the play. And it was it was so beautiful. I never forgot that. That was such a beautiful experience because, and I ended up writing a piece about it just because I am a writer, an actual writer, published type of shit. So I wrote, like a piece about it. I didn't publish a piece, but it was just like a piece like from myself, like something that I wrote like out of my own interest, because writers write. They don't need to be put on or given an opportunity to like do what they do. And it's on my website or whatever, my professional website. But you guys, like, that was such an amazing experience. I also went to go see like some Shakespeare plays with like some local actors in the area. So I'm just saying, like, there's so many people out there who are like extremely talented. Go support real local and raw talent. I've seen like a local jazz singer live, beautiful voice, because a lot of the people who are big artists, what are they known for? Stealing. They steal from the artists that you don't know, and they get away with it because they are a bigger artist and they have a machine behind them. I know how it feels as an artist to have people biting your swag. It is the worst feeling in the world. Like, I can never say like, oh, I've been cheated on. Like, if any man that I was with cheated on me, I didn't know. So I never can say that like cheating has been like an issue in my relationship. And I know that women, that's like a big pain for them, losing a child. I've never been pregnant, never lost a child, but I just know I never had like a friend screw my man. Like, these are things that like bring great pain to people. I can't say I've had those experiences, but somebody that I thought was my friend biting my style, I fucking hate that shit. Oh my God, that shit is infuriating. But it happens to push you as an artist, but it also happens to let you know that like your shit is hot. But it's annoying. And a lot of people in Hollywood are fucking thieves. Beyonce and Kanye are always getting fucking sued for not paying people and stealing shit. You know what I mean? Even Drake has stolen flow. Like 6ix9ine has stolen flow. Like, there's so many people. Again, Cardi B, none of her shit is original. All of them are, especially the new rap bitches, they don't write their shit. It's all somebody else, fucking lyrics. And it's just dry. And that's why the shit really don't last, because it's not authentic. It might be, I like Cardi B's song, Backing It Up with what's his name, the dude who Megan Thee Stallion used to date. But one thing I can tell you is, but Partisan Fontaine, I had to look it up. I don't actively support Cardi because she's a fucking biter. And that song is Party's song that she's featured on, because this is his shit. Like, he be writing her music. And again, I don't support people who bite. Like, I just do not like that shit. So I'm divesting a lot from Hollywood. Like, I used to say, like, I still haven't seen Beyonce live. I've seen Jay-Z live. But I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go see this bitch, because you know what? It's like, do I really want to support any more baby eating bullshit? And this bitch do be stealing a lot from people. Like, child, I don't know, She put on a good show, but, again, if I continue to support evil, then I support the bullshit. If I give it money, if I go out and see it, then that's direct support. So that's something that I'm definitely thinking about. And when it comes to, again, divesting from, again, just content, period, just divesting, again, energy, divesting from evil people, divesting from a lot of the content creators. Like, one of the content creators I used to listen to, a couple of them, like, one of them, I felt like he treated the Jordan touching that child shit way too lightly. I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to stop listening to you. And there's been a couple other episodes where he has been talking about something and his information hasn't necessarily been accurate. It's been like opinion based. And that's something that I'm just like, nigga, where the fuck you been at? You building a platform off of talking about a lot of shit, and like some of the shit you talking about, you not even like fully updated and like abreast on. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna just have to cut your content off. And then there's a woman who I used to listen to, and I was like, you know what, I can't listen to you no more. And some of y'all know who this person is. They're gaining a lot of popularity. But I'm like, I can't listen to you anymore, because there have been 2 incidents where this person has just been too negative towards women. Now, I do understand that with Megan Thee Stallion, that Megan Thee Stallion is a lying ass bitch. I do not support Megan Thee Stallion, period. Again, she backstabbed her fucking friend, I think that her and Kelsey are related, but whatever. They sound and they look alike, in my opinion. Y'all not catching that play. I've been telling y'all that shit for years. Whatever. But she backstabbed Kelsey, whether that's her friend or her fucking sister or her cousin. She was trying to, every dude that she be with, Megan tried to screw them. And then that's that low self-esteem, competitive fucking bullshit. And and jealous bullshit. And then when it comes to of course, like Rock Nation, her label, her family, sacrificing mom and grandma allegedly, lying on Carl, like just participating in the bullshit with Tory. Like Megan, I don't fuck with Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I mean? I don't. Even outside, whatever she got going on with Nicki is like dumb, petty drama in my opinion. But it's like Megan has done a lot of other bullshit that is more, severe than that I just can't get down with. But that does not give that doesn't mean that somebody can't be, again, they cannot like the person and not be jealous of them, and then there's somebody that doesn't like them and they're jealous of them. Of course I don't, and it's hard for people to admit, when they're jealous. But you guys, again, don't see me, like I was saying in the past episode, I don't make my page about any one particular celebrity. I just don't. So people, of course, there are people out there who think I'm jealous of Tyla. There are people out there who think I'm jealous of, who think I'm jealous of Megan, or jealous of, any other Lotto, whatever. I don't. How could you say that when I cover of course people think I'm jealous of Cardi B, but I cover celebrities equally. I do not praise Nicki over one person. I keep it a little bit gentler on her because I do like her, but I like her music, but I understand like she's playing a role too. But I can't say that, again, you guys and myself, come on. I do not make this page about any particular artist and show dramatic favor towards a particular artist and dramatic disgust towards another. Like, I just don't do that. And there are people who I have watched and I have known for years that it has not been genuine. There are people who were at one point talking shit about Nicki Minaj, and then when they saw that this person had a lot of steam, they flipped the narrative and they were like, oh, on this person's side. They have owned up to that, but now I feel like they have, built a bit of a fan base off of Barb's, because people know that, okay, this particular media platform is a Nicki fan page, low key, or really likes Nicki and speaks well of her and is going to like justify everything that she does. Because I did not understand why Nicki Minaj unfollowed Bia. That didn't sit well with me. I was like, that don't seem like you had any reason to do that. That doesn't seem like a nice thing to do, especially when like I just didn't understand that move. And this particular blogger was like justifying it. And it's just like, you're justifying it because you're a D-writer. You know what I mean? Like, you just want to ride this person's wave because, they have a strong fan base. And again, it's fake love. And something that, again, God had to really wake me up to was fake love. And I can see it in other people now. And I just can't entertain it. Like, a lot of people, again, they will make it seem like they love you and that they care for you and that they're down for you and they're riding for you, but they are the main people who have a vested interest in staying close enough to you to, again, ride your wave or secretly sabotage you. One or the other. They either want to be, and I've seen it. I had to cut somebody, again, off for that, because I'm like, when it's time to like make moves, you don't want to make moves together, but you want to have me around. Why? So you can like bite my swag and try to ride my wave and like steal my ideas. No. So I just feel like you have to be able to, really have discernment for fake love. And it's a lot of just negativity in some of these like blogs. I'm in the blogger space, and I'm just glad that I'm in a space to where I feel like I just do not have it in me to really, really build a life off of, gossip and talking about celebrities. Like, I just can't, because it brings lawsuits, stress, it brings financial issues, it can bring popularity and it can bring money and fame. It can, but I think it brings more drama than what it's worth. And as I was listening to this particular, blogger who I was like, you know what, I'm divesting from your content. I'm like, you have a habit of just talking badly about certain women. being so up under Nicki Minaj's ass cheek, but like badly talking about so many other women and building a platform off of, I believe, bashing a particular artist. Because I feel like if you do not truly like an artist or anyone, you will not continuously talk about them. That's why, again, I told you guys, I do not give a lot of energy, especially again to I could think Lotto and stuff like that. Like, I really do not enjoy her energy. And I don't, even Tyler, again, I don't like the energy that they give. I don't talk about them all the time. So, and try to build a platform off of like hate. This is not a hate page. And I'm not here for that energy. I really, really not. I really, really am not. And I just felt like, you know what, I'm divesting from some of this goddamn content. And I urge y'all to do the same. Just like people have been talking about, again, divesting from Shade Room and stuff like that. I've been stopping with Shade Room. They're so evil and so nasty and, again, so jealous over there. And I feel like what you can't do is hide hate. People, again, even the people who smile in your face and pretend that they love you, they cannot hide the hate, because it's in the energy. It's in the negative talk. It's in the down talk. It's in the questions, that they ask. Something is going good for you, they're asking questions, trying to poke holes in it. Or, they something worked out for you, now they're asking questions, oh, that worked out for you? Right, because the love is fake. So just stay woke and divest from, some of the content that may be toxic and negative. And again, I definitely urge you guys to divest from Hollywood. Also, with, again, astrology, I feel like I'm divesting 100% from astrology. I do not give a damn about a star sign. I don't give a damn about a rising, a placement, a house, a fucking nothing, a planet, a nothing. I do not care. You know why? Because when I was in college, I had to take astronomy 1 and 2, not astrology, astronomy. Astronomy is the actual study of the stars. Astrology is, again, like a metaphysical, spiritual science. And it's like it's the study of how the stars have an effect on us. That's astrology. The astronomy is, again, just the study of the stars themselves, like how old they are and what they do and, where they are in the solar system and, all the other shit about them. When I was in that class, the professor said astrology is a pseudoscience. It's not real. It's not real. And of course, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I believed him to some extent. I was like, to some extent, he's right. But I also believe that there's, again, patterns to it. I do think that there's patterns to astrology, but I do think that a lot of it is hogwash. And here is my reason why. Once I learned that there's like a 13th zodiac sign that they leave out, I can't fuck with the astrology anymore, and I've known this for a couple years. And again, I do think that there's trends and stuff to it, but I'm going to tell you, with me learning more, this is why I've completely divested. I've known for years that there's a 13th zodiac sign, and the world to some extent has tried to launch it. Like, I remember it being on, I think, like Gossip, like, oh, there's actually like a 13th zodiac sign. Like, it was on like Yahoo, I think, and like Gossip and a couple other news outlets years ago. So, like, I guess the people in the astrology community have like tried to like soft launch, a system of the 13 zodiac signs, but it's not taking off because the people that are in charge of the matrix have a vested interest in us using 12, because 12 keeps us in a time loop that is not accurate. That is just a wrong time loop. Or just, like in a time spell where, again, we're just off. We're off calendar. We're off time. Because think about it, right? The months, we're supposed to have 13 months. We are supposed to have 13 months. The months are supposed to be 28 days. Women's cycle follows the moon. We have 13 moon cycles in a year. We should have 13 months in the year. Every month should be 28 days. The calendar is spread out the way it is because it's a spell. It's a Gregorian calendar. It's a time spell. So just know that. This is why, again, a lot of people do not celebrate the new year on January 1st. It's only here in America where we do that, I believe, and maybe some other countries, but I know here in America we do it. And again, this is Babylon time spell. Whereas, again, there's other people who celebrate off of the lunar calendar, and then I truly believe that, again, the new year really starts in like spring. So just saying. So that's one thing. There's 13, I believe that each zodiac sign represents like a gate, like a stargate. There's 13 stargates, in my opinion. When it comes to, again, other stuff, somebody mentioned that there's hundreds of planets in our, galaxy. And again, like, those could be having an effect on us too. So that's so true. Like, you guys, we don't know what the fuck is out there, because again, they still got a lot of y'all under the psyop that we're even living in a fucking globe when we are not. We are not. This bitch, I think this hoe is shaped like an egg. And again, there's water above, there's waters below. So even if there are, like, I believe this YouTuber named Brother Sanchez, where he was saying, I think the planets are like some type of like light reflecting, or it's not what it's not how they're trying to tell you, or like they're sitting in water. I think he's like you can see that they're sitting in water, or whatever is going on. I believe that they are sitting in water. All those photos that they show us, a lot of that shit is AI photoshopped fake, you guys. I just watched another TikTok where somebody was showing like a lot of Renaissance paintings have been were used with, had like AI, were made with AI even back then. Like some of the work that you see is not made by real people. A lot of that shit is scanned, again, in AI artwork. A lot of it. There's a reason why there's a movie called The Da Vinci Code. Stay woke. You guys, the technology is not new. And that's another thing, again, Unplug them. Another YouTuber I watch has been saying, like, the old gods are coming back. All the technology that they're showing you right now is old. This shit is old. It's new to you, but it's old. This is ancient technology. They're bringing back the ancient old gods. And that's why celebrities are dying, getting sick, and being taken down. Because the old gods are lowering their puppets, putting their dollies back in the box, because they're going to be the ones to take their place. And part of that scheme is going to be Project Blue, where they pop out and they tell you, we created you, we're your maker, worship us. Okay? And you could worship us by getting this motherfucking chip. That's what I just believe. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to ride with me. But I'm telling you, I'm divesting from astrology. I'm divesting from all forms of dogma, mental manipulation, and propaganda. I really, really am. Even, again, a lot of organized religion, I am divesting from, because a lot of it is just hog fucking wash. The spirit realm is real. God is real. There is a supreme being. According to the Bible, there's more than one, high energy. I don't want to say more than one supreme being, but we do talk about angels, right? Angels are also like divine entities, divine beings. And the Bible does say now they will be like us. So again, God is not in heaven all by himself. There are energies, like they talk about, again, Gabriel. They talk about Michael, Archangel Michael. And there's, I think, maybe Azrael and another one. But they talk about, again, these divine archangels, because again, they do have a high energy too. So God has a team, and the one true supreme being, whether you want to call that supreme being God, whether it's a feminine energy to you, whatever it is, that energy has an army, and the lower energy has an army too, and they're always at war. So just know that. I think once you know that, once you gain knowledge of that concept, you're good. One thing I have learned, and again, also shout out to Unplug, for this, but I learned it in life too. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You don't need to have every single piece of information and know everything about everything. You don't. You really just need like the basics, basic understanding and common sense and discernment, and you're good. Like you need faith too, but you don't really need intelligence. You need faith, discernment, and common goddamn sense. Like, and a sense of self-preservation. Like, these are, like, the tools that you need the most. But you don't need to be the smartest motherfucker to be successful. And, you need, again, work ethic, willpower, stuff like that. But, again, intelligence is not the key to salvation. And intelligence won't save you in the end. Now, let's move on to the Epstein files. I want to give an update. So, Prince Andrew has been arrested. He is the family sacrifice. He's the family sacrifice. He's also being arrested to soothe people who feel like nothing is happening. You know, just like, again, everything with Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. You guys, I think that the psyop is so deep, because when you do the gematria on Jeffrey Epstein, it comes out to he never existed. And honestly, I do think that this shit is all one big Trojan horse. I do think it's all fake and a psyop. I'm not kidding. You guys, the technology is so deep. The psyop, the mind control is so deep. You just have no idea. And some of you do. But those of you who don't, like, babe, like, listen to me. I have been thinking about that, because you know how they're talking about, like, the person who invented Bitcoin or has the most Bitcoin, some person, I think, with a Japanese name. They're just, you can't find them. They're so mysterious, X, Y, and Z. I said, you know, there are people who think that that person is Jeffrey Epstein. I said, I don't think that person is, that's not a person that has that. It's the fucking government. And Jeffrey Epstein probably never did exist. I really think, there's something about this that's not right. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Even it's being revealed that, what's her name? Maxwell is not really in jail, or there's a person with the fake mugshot. Like, just something is fake with that. Come on. We don't know, at this point, we don't know what the fuck is going on. There's so many lies being told, and the trickery and the illusion is so real. And I know that there are people who will be blown away by the idea that Jeffrey Epstein is not even a real person. But I'm just saying, or that he never existed or something. I'm just saying, I already told you guys, the files that they gave you is not all the way legit. So I'm just questioning this shit more and more and more. As time goes on, I'm questioning it more and more, because I just feel like, again, with the lack of arrest, right? And the arrests that are being made, I just still can't. I just feel like the royal family, period. Like, if any real justice was served, the royal family would lose all their fucking wealth. And they would be demoted to being regular motherfuckers that had to go get jobs in the world. That would be their real karma, is to have to be dethroned in front of the world and have to go back and live on the same level as the people that they used to fucking steal from. Okay? In the form of tax dollars and all that other bullshit. If they had to fucking get it how they lived and go fucking actually get a skill, a trade, a job, an education, and go out there and just be a regular fucking person. And that would be real karma. That would be real karma. Andrew getting arrested is some bullshit. And I mean, if they're actually going to throw his ass in a dungeon somewhere, then so be it. Because I know that he ain't right. But I'm just saying, he is the family sacrifice, because William and Harry and Kate and fucking even, what's that whole name, Meghan, everybody that's affiliated with they ass, they dirty dog ass daddy, Charles, his fucking hoe, Camilla, her mask wearing ass, they all are dirty. Their whole family is fucking evil reptilians. So Andrew going down is them being like, we about to sacrifice your ass so we could continue to live good, nigga. You don't stop no program. A damn shame. Stay woke. Another thing I want to say. So in the Epstein files, they talk about marijuana, and they're saying that, again, alcohol stops you from being able to, like, I guess, see into the spiritual world, or like, they're just saying, like, alcohol, of course, like, changes your judgment and stuff like that, but weed has the opposite effect, where it makes you question things, and I guess it makes you a little bit more woke. This is true. Sometimes weed can make you paranoid, but there have been times where it's just like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see it like that. I didn't think about it like that. Or, you know, stay woke. So I'm just saying, there's truth to it. But I don't promote drug use of any kind. I don't. I feel like what you do with your money and your body is your choice. But be conscious of whatever you do. And even if you feel like something is natural, be conscious of who you get it from, and just, again, how you consume it and all that. Like, I'm just here for safety and, again, practicing common sense and caution. Okay, let's move on to Alabama Barker. So this is going to tie a little bit back into what I was talking about earlier with like people stealing your swag. As a black woman, I have had to learn that I have to be very, very careful with the friends that I have. And you know, I feel like when it comes to befriending others, I have had no issues. Growing up, I lived in a very diverse place. I used to live in Northern Virginia, which is super diverse. So I had East African friends. I had Latina friends. I had Asian friends, you know. Like, I had, you know, I was cool with some white girls. Like, I had a lot of, like, I had mixed friends who were, like, mixed black and Asian and, like, all that. Like, I had friends from, like, different ethnic backgrounds. And I can't say that I had an issue, again, growing up with, like, chicks really, like, stealing my swag or anything. But you do have to be careful with women of another race, and I think black women know this. And I think even again, I think if you're a woman of color, when it comes to white women, it can be an interesting experience. Not all white women are the same. Not all of them are weird and jealous. Not all of them have superiority complexes, but some of them can. And you have to be very mindful of who you call friend and how they treat you in comparison to their other friends and all that other shit. So I think that that's something to be, you know, talked about. Also, again, as a black woman particularly, a lot of women, whether they're women of color or not, they look up to black women. They will never outwardly admit this, but like in their mouth, but their actions will tell you. When they start wearing their hair like you know, again, a lot of the ones who like black guys, they want to be black women. They want to channel black women's energy to be with a black guy, because they do that because they fetishize black people, period. They fetishize black women. They fetishize black men. They just have like a weird fetish for the black race, because there are women who, again, who date outside their race and they maintain their own culture. They don't try to, you know, mimic women in that man's culture. I am for interracial dating. I don't see an issue with that at all. I just don't. But I definitely believe that sometimes people get with somebody because, again, they don't like themselves, or they feel like this person is better because of race or whatever. And again, you know when someone is fetishizing you when they're trying to channel your culture. It's just like if a woman, you know, was dating a Latina man and she's not Latina, and she keeps, you know, trying to like embrace too much of Latina culture. It's like, you are not Latina. Your man is Latino. You know, you can, you know, embrace his culture without trying to like wear it as a costume. So I just wanted to clear that up, because with Alabama Barker, people are saying that she's flying out black girls and stealing their swag. Of course she's doing that, but their low self-esteem is allowing them to even go out there. Because it's like, why are y'all going out to be with this weird bitch that looks like a dollop of fucking Daisy? Like, Alabama Barker looks like a fucking mascot for sour cream. She is so pale, and she is just, her energy just is not good. I know she's got money and whatever, but her energy is just yucky. I don't know why they're doing that shit. I do not know why they're, you know, and it's like because they want to be validated by whiteness, and it's just sick and sad. It's only low self-esteem as to why they're trying to go out there and hang out with some weird white bitch. And Alabama is sorry and pathetic, because what type of chef, let me tell you something, her chef, all of it. I saw a clip of her chef talking about she would only make Bama's plate. She wouldn't make her friend's plate. It's like, what type of ghetto ass chef are you? And it's like, Bama, you paying for that because you like nigga shit. You want to be, you don't want to be Condoleezza Rice. You don't want to be fucking Iyanla, Oprah. And I know some of y'all don't like these people, but you know what I'm getting at. You don't want to fucking be, you know, Regina King, or, you know what I'm saying, Regina Hall, like a real boss black woman. You want to be a fucking hood rat. And that's just sad. And that, you know why? Because that's what the racism in you thinks that that's all blackness is. You don't even acknowledge, again, real black women who are bossed up, who get out here and work and do what they got to do. You know, isn't the CEO of Sony, there's a Sony, I think, executive who, or Xbox, I think it's the Xbox executive who is a black woman, highly paid black woman. Are they fucking trying to channel her? No. They want to fucking channel, again, ratchet bitches. Pathetic, because they think that, again, that's what blackness is, and that's what being a black woman is being a baby mama, having a big booty, wearing, big earrings, having lashes, having nails, having an attitude, and just having a wig on. Like, a white fucking woman running around with heavy wigs, and black women sitting up there with their insecure asses, letting her play up in their fucking hair. Like, hair ain't spiritual. Like our hair ain't fucking ninth ether. Come on. You don't think that woman is saving their hair and stuffing their hair in her fucking bras, panties, and pillows? Weird shit. White people who fetishize black people are weird like that. And again, I am not against all white people at all. I'm not ignorant. I'm not bitter. I'm not ignorant. I'm not jaded. I'm none of that. I see people as fucking people, because I have seen people of all races and all genders and all sexual preferences or religious background. I have seen people be fucking people. No matter what a person identifies as or how they title themselves, who they are is who the fuck they are in their heart. And I have seen people, again, be who the fuck they are. So I'm just telling you, the white people, and even people like Kim Kardashian and her fucking raggedy ass family, who keep a black person around so they always feel superior, and they can steal their fucking swag, and they can play in their fucking face and play in their fucking hair and steal their fucking men behind their back. I don't know what is wrong with black women. I don't know why we're still falling for this shit. I don't know why. We gotta do better. I don't care. If Bama is stealing their swag, that's because they flew there to give it to her. These people do not have, again, a legit fucking friendship. You know what type of time she on. Moving on. Let's get into tenderism. The guy, the black man was fired, the older black man. You guys, I can't say I give a fuck. Again, another coon. I hate to be, brash with it, but I just want to be real. He got fired. It was only a matter of time. Again, that dude was jealous of him. Even as an older Southern black man, that Middle Eastern dude, or whoever that dude was, that fucking White Walker, was fucking jealous of that man. The man was getting famous. People were trying to bless that man and bestow favor upon him, and his jealous ass had a problem with it. He had a fucking problem with it. The Benz that he got was for himself. He played it off like it was for Unc. And Unc sat there like a fucking good behaved dog for years. And now he's fucking fired. Because like I told you guys, there are no rewards that come with accepting less, lowering your price, lowering your self-esteem. Every time you get desperate for something, you're definitely not going to get it, because desperation is a repulsive energy. Desperation is repulsive. When you are constantly running behind somebody and, or just running behind an opportunity, and you'll just do anything for it, it's gonna dodge you every time, because you're just too desperate, and your desperation, I'm telling you, makes it go further away from you. This is literally the law of physics. Y'all gotta stop. So with tenderism or whatever the fuck, the old man, I don't feel bad for him. It is what it is. He knows better. He should know better at his big fucking age. I also want to get into Kourtney Kardashian. Speaking of other Kardashians, Kourtney Kardashian, Justin Bieber, and the baby Rain. People on TikTok keep bringing up this conversation that Rain Disick, who is allegedly Kourtney and Scott's baby, they're saying that child is not their child, and that child is Selena and Justin Bieber's baby. People are saying that the powers that be in Hollywood, when Justin Bieber started to act up, people are saying that the elites got back at him and kept him in line by taking him and Selena's baby and giving it to the Kardashians to raise. That's a lot to take in. It's believable, because I have talked about this before, and this gives explanation as to why this is done. I've talked to you guys about this before. I've been like, I wonder why celebrities, like sometimes a person will be a particular celebrity's child, but they're not raised by that person. They're raised by another celebrity, and they want to pass it off as, oh yeah, that's that person's parent, but it's not that person's parent. And I've been like, why does Hollywood do that? Like, what is the point? And this according to TikTok, they do that to keep people in line. Because you see your child being raised and you know who your child is with, but you can't go get your child, and it makes you want to, it's a tactic to make you want to like do right so your child doesn't, be sacrificed or hurt by this person, I guess. Oh my goodness. That's a lot to take in. I'm just going to say again, I believe it. The Kardashians, they get down a particular way. I definitely believe that, they've shown enough photos on TikTok of that boy looking just like Justin. I definitely believe that that's that boy, and here's why I really believe it. It was meant for me to hear this Jamaican patois saying that says, if a not so, a nearly so. And it's like, if it's not so, it's nearly so. You guys, that rumor just won't stop. I've heard that rumor for years. That rumor that allegedly Rain is not Courtney's baby. And they're not saying that about the other kids. They're only saying that about Rain. There is something to that. People know that Mason is Courtney's child. He looks just like his mother. You can't even tell he has a white dad. He looks very Middle Eastern. He looks just like mommy. He looks just like his grandfather. He looks like a Middle Eastern boy. He's a handsome young man, but he looks just like, you could see that that's her child. With Rain. And I think the other baby, Penelope. And then there's another baby with Travis Barker. But the other two children, they look white, but Penelope, she looks like her father from what I can see. She looks like Scott. She doesn't look Middle Eastern. She looks like Scott. But with Rain, I can't say I see him a lot. I don't pay attention to these people's children like that. But when the internet keeps showing pictures of Justin and Selena, I'm like, yeah, that baby do look like... That baby look like them, y'all. And Rain I can't say he looked like Courtney or Scott. I just made my case. I just pointed out that out of the three kids, one looked like the mama, one looked like the dad. And then they got one who, has their own look. Because allegedly that's not their child. Which just shows the extent that they're willing to go to trick you and fool you, manipulate you. They will fake pregnancies, wear moon bumps, all of it. They're not above any of it. So I'm just saying, like, I know it can seem absurd, but it's not absurd. The truth is stranger than fiction. You guys should know that by now. But that rumor will not stop. That rumor has been going around for years. And that alone is why I believe it. Because I just feel like the fact that rumor has been going around for so long and it just will not let up, there's got to be something to it. Because the rumor just won't die. I want to get into Eric Dane sacrificed, in my opinion, for season 3 of Euphoria. Again, there was a pastor, he's still around, named G. Craig Lewis. A lot of y'all probably know him. And he said years ago that every time Hollywood makes a movie, somebody has to be unalived. And at the time, I kind of believed it, but I was like, damn, that's a lot of bloodshed. You guys, Euphoria should not have been renewed for season 3. I was hoping that it wasn't renewed. That show is so fucking filthy, raunchy. It's just, PDF file paradise. That show is funky and low vibrational and demonic. But the devil is very serious about having his way. And so the show got greenlit for season 3. Now somebody from the show is not here with us. Put the fucking pieces together. It should be obvious that they had to because they weren't supposed to have a fucking season 3, they had to shed blood to have it. That's how I feel. I feel like they sacrificed that man, and they talking about he got Elliot. They always say they sick. These people are lying to you, and the gag is, like, they're doing something to these people. They always got a disease. They always fucking sick. Something is wrong with them. It's cancer. They always got cancer. They always have lupus. They always have just, multiple sclerosis or some just weird shit. They always have some weird shit. They always have a fucking disease. And you know why? Because these people allegedly, you know what? You can't drink blood and eat people and think that everything is going to be okay. You can't backdoor a bunch of people and bend over for a bunch of people and kneel down for a bunch of people and lay on top of a bunch of people. You can't do all of this weird ass shit and think that nothing will happen to you. You can't. You can't go around robbing and unaliving and stealing and hurting. You just can't do particular things and think that, like, nothing will come of it. Even when you are grinding for years, it's the same way. Like, let me bring this into perspective. You know how they say it takes 20 years to be an overnight success, right? Well, it's the same way sometimes evil takes a long time to go down. God has taught me that too. That goes back to the channeled divine messages. The same way a person can be running a fucking muck for years, lying, cheating, scamming, fucking their way to the top, doing fraud, a person can be doing evil for years before it finally catches up. And they think that, again, it's not fucking catching up, it's not working, and nothing is happening, right? And it's the same way a person can be grinding on their business, grinding on their music, grinding on their art, grinding on their book, grinding in school. I know I got some of y'all that are in school. I'm promoting you doing what you gotta do, because I'm going back to school again. Like, I know that there's a lot of you who, again, are studying. The people who, it takes a long time to become a dentist. It takes a long time to become a doctor. Especially if you're going to go into a specialty, like cardiology or oncology. It takes time, right? And people don't see they don't see the fruits of your labor till, a couple of years. Years going to have to go by. But when it happens, it's going to happen. When it hit, it's going to hit. And I just want to say that because I've really truly learned, and I think this is a big part of healing, is, again, perspective is everything. You can see it all as negative, or you can see it all as positive. It really is how you see it. And just know that at the end, it all equals out to zero, right? The infinity symbol, it all equals out. It's just as much good as there is. It's just as much bad as there is. There is not more evil than there is love. Please do not be deceived and be jaded and be fooled. So I just wanted to say that when it comes to just, again, all the stuff that happens on these goddamn TV networks and all the evil that happens behind the scenes and all of that. These people, again, they spend years sacrificing people. They spend years, going to freak off, doing drugs, and next thing you know, I got ALS, allegedly, or is it ALS or is it the house in Virginia? Or is it nothing but spell work and fucking, the devil coming to collect? Or is it a mix of all three? Or just 2 out of the 3? I don't know. But I'm just saying, this shit is spiritual. This shit is spiritual. These people, again, they want to fucking have all this fame. They want to, have these TV shows, have these movies, have these Oscars, and they all have to sacrifice. And then I told you guys what I learned is in the end, you will be the sacrifice. Stay woke. Speaking of sacrifices, let's move on to Northwest. Northwest signs to Gamma with her goddamn daddy. Kanye and Kim are dead ass wrong. I know that they want to make it seem, stay woke to that bullshit too. I think Kim and Kanye are pulling the same trick as Offset and Cardi B. I think that them two low-key are still together, or that they are working together more closely than they lead on. These people have 4 children together. Please. I know that to the public, it may seem like they don't fuck with each other and he be dragging her. It's a part of marketing and the program. It's a part of helping Kim's image. This shit is business. This shit is about marketing Kanye's albums. These two are marketing geniuses, and this shit is a business. These niggas are in business. Kanye and Kim were always more in business than they ever were in love, if they were ever in love. I know that they want to sell it to you like they were in love, but I always thought that she did a love spell on him. Always. And maybe she didn't, but I always knew that there was something occult about their relationship. I don't know if Kanye want to make it seem like he loved him some Kim. I just feel like it was business behind it. It wasn't love as much as you may think. And I think that they wanted him. When he was going around making it seem like he just loved him some Kim so much, I said, her mother is behind this. Her mother wants to clean up her image and make her thought-ass daughter look desirable and look lovable and look just, you know what I mean? Like, Kanye was part of cleaning up Kim's image. She married like one of the biggest permanent A-listers in the world. They had 4 kids together, and now she gets to be, I'm a single mom. I'm a mother. He makes her a mom. I'm a single mom, and my baby daddy is giving me hell. Kanye's giving me hell. I'm a victim. Like, even though this man, of course, has helped raise her up, all of it is about raising Kim up. All of it. All of it is about elevating Kim, launching North. These people are in deep, deep contracts. These people are owned. They are allegedly slaves. These people are fucking puppets, and everything is a business. Everything is marketing. Everything is branding. Northwest is not even 13 years old. I think she'll be 13 this year. I think she's like 12 now. She has a fucking record deal before her 13th birthday. Come on. And Kanye is a part of it. So in the same breath, he'll tell y'all, Kim, after my black kids. But then he'll go around and take his black ass kid down to that fucking label office and have her sign her name on a fucking contract. Like, come on. That's how you gotta stop letting Kanye play you. Like, I fuck with Kanye music, and Kanye don't be lying. A lot of times he don't be lying. Sometimes the shit he say, I'd be like, nah, you wrong. Like when he was saying Cardi replaced Nicki, it's like, Kanye, shut the fuck up. That's not true. So Kanye, sometimes he not all the way, accurate. A lot of the times he do be, but Kanye be getting jealous his damn self. He is jealous of Drake. He is jealous of Nicki. He got his ways about himself. He was unnecessarily rude to Amber Rose. There was no fucking need for him trying to talk down to her. You were the same nigga that was putting it in her, so stop. So I just feel like, when it comes to Kanye, a broken clock is right twice a fucking day. And he be right more than he be wrong. But again, stop letting Kanye play you. Kanye be playing the fuck out of people. He really do. He be playing them. Oh, my black children and the Kardashians and sex trafficking. Just like Nicki low-key be playing y'all. Like, again, Nicki, you couldn't have got to where you got to without doing a couple things too. And Kanye, again, he's admitted to him sacrificing his mama and all that. My mama was a sacrifice. Y'all got me on camera fucking to go. So again, he didn't air his own tea out. But it's like, no, talk about the real shit, nigga. We knew that. Talk about what the fuck going on with you and this child. Talk about how it looked like you only really acknowledged one of your kids. They've been saying that you don't acknowledge the rest because they incubated children. I don't know. But, nigga, stop trying to make it seem like Kim just the ultimate villain. No, you working with Kim. Y'all still working together, and Kim was right fucking there when she signed that deal, too. Please believe that. Please believe that Northwest did not sign no fucking paperwork without Kris Jenner and Kim looking at it. Now, they're going to make it seem like, oh, yeah, Kanye signed to Gamma, and now his daughter signed to Gamma. Kanye did not execute that on his own. Her grandma and her mama had to also read that contract and sign and let that shit, be greenlit. And that's how I know that, again, these people are fucking playing with you, making it seem like, oh, they beefing so hard. Nigga, that's part of their branding. Because Kim just announced, peep game. Kim just announced, oh, we pulling her out of school because we got to have her focus on her creativity. Next thing you know, record deal. Come on. They working together, nigga. And they feeding the blogs and they tricking you. Stop falling for the bullshit. Let's talk about Tyra Banks. Why are y'all mad at Tyra? Tyra did have some nasty ways. She does. And she still does. Tyra has some ways about herself. So I think that people coming at her is some of her karma. Again, it could take a while, but it's coming. I think my issue with Tyra, I haven't seen a show in a long time. My issue with Tyra is like somebody called out. Shaving the women's heads and then sending them home. I do have a problem with that. And I feel like Tyra did project pain onto those young women. The women that she did that in particular to, I believe she projected pain. I do think that she was wrong for yelling at that black girl. I think her name was Tiffany. When she was like, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. I think Tyra was wrong for yelling at her like that in front of her peers. I don't like that. And I feel like it was okay for Tyra to talk to her in front of her peers, but I think she should have been more mindful of how she talked to that girl in front of her peers. You know, as black women and again as black people, I think it's important that again we are mindful of how we treat each other in front of others. Because if you treat another black person like shit, you give green light and license for others to talk to and treat black people like shit because they don't see no solidarity or no unity. Please stop falling into white supremacy. I've talked about this over the years. I want you guys to divest from white supremacy. Because it runs deeper than you think. It's so embedded into the black mind. As it's supposed to be. And they keep it embedded through, again, this media fucking programming. That's how they keep this fucking race shit going. When at this point, if you're really woke, you know that it's not about race. It's not about color. It's and all of that and ethnicity. It's about these fucking reptiles and these insects and these demons and these low vibrational energies fucking with people. That's what the fuck it is. But y'all keep falling for the bullshit. When it comes to Tyra, I feel like she shouldn't have yelled at that girl like that in front of those people. I feel like that conversation could have been more constructive. I don't like that, but I also do feel like Tyra has seen, because we see it in the modeling industry and it's been talked about, why do black women, in order to succeed in modeling, why can't they have hair? Why do they have to be shaved bald? Why do we see that quintessential black model that is tall, skinny, probably from Sudan or from somewhere in Africa? She's super dark skinned and she's bald. Why can't she have hair? Why can't she be a tall, beautiful black American woman? Why does she have to be like that particular look? And it's because that's part of a program too. Because we know that what kind of man looks for that kind of woman? Usually a rich white man, because they fetishize her genes and they're freaks. So they want her to cut her hair to, first of all, take away her ninth ether, take away her spiritual antenna. And because they want it for them. They probably, you guys gotta understand, when they cut them women's hair, they fucking be saving their hair and doing spells on them and putting bad energy and negativity on their hair. They do it. This is what they do. And they shade these women to take away their ninth ether, take away their spiritual antenna, and then they do it to masculinize them. You know what I'm saying? To make them come off as masculine. Because hair, for a woman, is her femininity. They cut her hair because they want them to be seen as masculine. Do you see what I'm saying? So the men that go for them are, again, freaked out and looking for some androgynous Baphomet woman who they can, like, take her melanated DNA from. It's that deep. The information is out there. The clips are out there. Like, they really harvest black people like that. And that is why the modeling industry has that particular aesthetic for black models. And I say all that to say, I think Tyra watched that happen to black women, and it may have happened to her. I know a lot of black models talk about their experience in the industry, and I think Tyra, like a lot of broken and people who are unhealed from trauma do, they inflict that pain on the next person. And I think that that's why she was shaving girls' heads and sending them home. And it's fucking wrong. Hair takes time to grow, like all good things. Hair takes time to grow. Karma takes time. Whether you have bad karma coming your way or good karma coming your way, again, it takes time to hit. And sometimes it's instant, but you know, when it's gonna be like good is when the fucking suspense builds up, because you've been waiting on it. And that's when God teaches you to, again, don't rush him and be patient. So, you know, again, God has taught me that too. Patience and focusing on yourself. because you don't even want to inflict negative karma on yourself. You know, even though you know somebody has been doing wrong and their time is coming, you don't want to be in the energy of just sitting around festering, waiting on their downfall. Like, that's still negativity too. You just want to be like, bitch, I know you got yours coming, and in the meantime, I'm focused on me. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. But, you know what I'm saying? I know how this game works. I'm focused on myself. So, just words of advice. But yeah, Tyra, it's her time to get her karma. It took a couple years. Now she's getting roasted. Of course, like a true narcissist, she'll never take accountability. And that's why it's not even worth it. Like, fuck that bitch. That's how I feel. Moving on, and last topic, Tyla and Chris Brown. I saw Tyla over there with Chris Brown. They've been saying that they're dating. I don't believe that they're actually dating. I think that this is industry shit. This is business. Tyla wants to make it. Tyla wants to be famous. Tyla wants to be a big act. She said she wanted to be as big as Rihanna, if not bigger. She will do anything. There is nobody she won't date. There is nobody she won't be pictured with. There's nothing that Tyla won't do. There's no song she won't steal. There's nobody she won't backstab, lay down with, anything. Befriend, Tyla, make an enemy out of. Tyla will do anything to make it. So her being seen over there with woman beating, drug addict ass Chris Brown is no surprise. Okay? She wants to make it. Another thing is, I heard that Kylie Jenner was going to be in a $100 million marriage contract with Timothy Chalamet. You know, nothing would surprise me. I don't doubt that. That could be fake news. It could be true. We will see. That I feel 50-50 on. Part of me feels like, yeah, it's going to happen, because they want to make make these women, make these baby mamas, they want to make them seem desirable. They want to make them seem like we can come back. The black men that we, got the DNA out of, we can go get another man after that. And I definitely think Kylie is, insecure and has attachment issues. And so, yeah, she's like fucking up here with Timothy Chalamet. I think he's, again, desperate as fuck to make it in Hollywood. He's desperate for roles. He's desperate for fame. He's desperate to rise. And it's business. And it's like, yeah, we could do it. That's what I think. Let's talk in the comments. That's all I have, you guys. I really appreciate you for listening and being here. Love you much. Enjoy your weekend. Bye. Let's talk in the comments.